Yes, they finally did it. What's going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome all back to a brand new Marvel Rivals video. I was getting a little worried there. A whole couple of hours without any Marvel Rivals news. I was getting impatient, but fear not, we've got brand new and exciting news to discuss here today, including two brand spanking new skins that just got announced, and another thing that I was very curious about. Now, of course, with all that in mind, guys, if you do enjoy today's video, please don't forget to take a quick moment and smash that thumbs up button. Thank you guys so very much for your kindness, and thank you guys so very much for your support. And without further ado, let's dive on in. So the morning kicked off in a very exciting way when Marvel Rivals went ahead and tweeted this: "Embrace Asgardian power. Ascend to divinity with Storm's Goddess of Thunder and Loki's presidential attire costumes. These heroes surpass mere mortals as the might of Asgard courses through them, waiting to be shown on the battlefield." So yes, indeed, we got two brand spanking new skin announcements. Well, sorry, let me clarify that. One brand spanking new skin announcement and one skin announcement that we've been waiting since the beta. Now, for those of you that don't know, one of the skins that was revealed here is the presidential Loki skin, which a lot of people have been wanting to get added into the game, is actually a skin that was in the game. Well, kind of in the game. If you played the beta like I did, then you would know that this was actually one of the skins that we got to use during the beta. Now, since the beta ended and the game has fully released, this skin has never been for sale. It's never been part of a battle pass or anything like that. So finally, it seems like it will be arriving in the item shop, which is pretty freaking fantastic. So for all of you Loki players, this will add to your collection. For those of you that have not been keeping up, by the way, Loki has his default skin right now. He does have his Frost Giant variant. He does have the MCU Loki Season 2 skin. And of course, just most recently, he did receive the All Butcher skin, which was part of the Battle Pass for Season number 1. Just terrifyingly epic looking. So this presidential skin will actually take his overall cosmetic count to 5, which is pretty freaking exciting. I'm very curious to see if they made any sort of changes to the skin, in the sense that, is this just going to be like a copy paste from the beta? Are they going to, I don't know, maybe reanimate like a new MVP screen or a nameplate or a spray? I'm very, very curious about that, in the sense that, will there be any differences to the skin at all compared to the beta or not? I guess we'll find out very shortly, because Marvel Rivals was fortunate enough to let us know when both of these skins are going to be joining the Marvel Rivals store, and that will actually be on March 13th, so just a couple of days from now, which is pretty freaking awesome, at 7 PM PDT, which of course, for those of you that maybe are not in the Pacific time zone or the Pacific Daylight time zone like myself in EST, or the Eastern time zone, then for us that would be at 10 PM Eastern Standard Time. So fear not, you'll be able to go ahead and finally add President Loki to your collections very, very soon this upcoming week. But yes, that is still not all, because of course we also got a second reveal, which was the Goddess of Thunder variant, or Storm. And I feel like this is kind of a long time coming, because if you look over at the current skin selection for Storm, we have Storm's default skin, of course. We have the very cool Ivory Breeze, which is of course the redesign into the white costume, which I've always appreciated because of the 90s X-Men show. And then of course we also have the Mohawk Rock variant of Storm as well. Well, finally she gets a brand new skin, and what a skin it is. I think this is pretty freaking awesome. I did not expect for this to be the next skin that she would get, but yes, there's an actual series of storylines at this point that essentially go ahead and ask the question, what if Storm becomes the Goddess of Thunder? And of course, most recently, I also believe they even went another further step in the comics with the new Immortal Thor run, where they essentially introduced kind of like the Green Lantern Corps, but they are called the Thor Corps, which is essentially a bunch of different characters that have had the power of Thor assembled into an Avengers-like team. And guess what? Storm is part of that team as well. So I think it's a pretty cool variant. I can't wait to see what the MVP for this one is going to be, because I think it's going to be pretty freaking epic. So hopefully we'll get a reveal of that here sooner rather than later. That's pretty much, I guess, the most exciting part that we're still waiting on. So hopefully that happens here quite soon. Oh, and one final detail before we move on to the next topic at hand. Yes, of course, this skin is also going to be getting into the shop on the same exact shop refresh on March 13th at 7 PM PDT or 10 PM EST. So with that in mind, I then wanted to also bring this up as part of today's news update. There were two really incredible images that have gone viral within the Marvel Rivals community as, I guess, concept art characters of what we would expect these characters to look like in Marvel Rivals. And both of these were actually done by the same person, Loki or Louis maybe. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. But first and foremost, we have this incredible image of Ant-Man. I think this looks freaking awesome. Ant-Man is one of those characters that I don't know how they're gonna make him work, because in terms of just like the technical standpoint, the fact that we could possibly have a character that could shrink down to like 1/10 or 1/8 the size of most characters in the game sounds insane. Also, sounds like it could be a whole heck of a lot of fun. They're gonna have to figure out a way to make it like not completely overpowered, because imagine how small your hitbox would be as like shrunken down Ant-Man. That would be insane. I almost wonder if they would make that his ultimate. But then in addition to that, excitingly so, as a huge Spider-Man fan, this person went ahead and also put together a really cool concept art image of what the Green Goblin would look like in this game. And my goodness, bro, we don't have any leaks right now confirming the Green Goblin is a character that they're working on anytime soon. But seeing this concept art image, oh my goodness, it has me so excited. I cannot wait till we get the Green Goblin in this game. I'm so curious how a character like him would work in terms of like, I almost think it'd be kind of cool if maybe they give us like the glider form, and then maybe as he takes damage, the glider like lands down, and then you have to be like a grounded character. Something like that would be really cool, like a mix for the character. Just please, Marvel Rivals, do not give us Ultimate Green Goblin. I know you're going to be tempted to do that in order to give us another Vanguard, and I get that, but please, with Green Goblin, can we please go the classic route? Because look how freaking awesome this concept art image looks. And I guess honestly, seeing these two concept arts being put together got me thinking, I would love to hear from you guys, the community. Let me know down in the comment section below, what is your one kind of like pie in the sky wish for a character that hasn't been included in Marvel Rivals yet that you would like to see? What is the one character that you're like, that would be incredible? For me, up at the very top of the list, it's gotta be Green Goblin, it's gotta be Ant-Man, and I would also love to see Doc Ock as a Vanguard character. That would be pretty freaking exciting as well. So there you have it, guys. Another fantastically epic, exciting update for Marvel Rivals. Two brand new cosmetics to look forward to. I know that a lot of the Loki mains there are going to be super stoked to hear that finally Presidential Loki is going to be making his return to the game, or I guess his official debut in the real game, because before this he was only part of that beta. But thank you guys so very much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I mentioned at the very top, don't forget to leave a like. I will hopefully get you guys here on the next one. Peace out. I'll see y'all later, alligators. Bye-bye, everybody.